Today I will discuss investment, different types of investment. Then I will discuss gross investment or gross capital formation and net investment or net capital formation. So first I will discuss investment, or alternatively it is called capital formation. It means addition to the existing stock of capital during the year, during an accounting year, or alternatively increase in the stock of capital during the year is called investment or capital formation, or change in the stock of capital during the year is called investment or capital formation. So different ways, it means the investment or capital formation can be clarified. So first one, simple meaning, addition made to the existing capital stock of capital during the year. Addition made to the existing stock of capital. So for example, you see, suppose in 2019, one producer invested funds on additional three machines. Okay, so on additional, how many machines available with the producers? Don't worry about it. Only during the particular year. And my example, in 2019, the producer invested funds on additional three machines. So how much funds invested on additional three machines? It is investment. Or similarly, uh, uh, for example, uh, if the producer invested funds on additional 50 kg raw materials, if the producer or investor invested funds on additional 50 kg raw materials. Okay, so how much funds invested on additional 50 kg raw materials? It is investment. So simply it is addition to the existing capital stock during an accounting year. Accounting year, beginning it is April 1 and end it is March 31st. Alternatively, increase in the stock of capital during the year, or similarly change in the stock of capital during an accounting year is called investment or capital formation. So capital stock basically includes fixed assets, those type of assets repeatedly used in the production process, or those type of assets used again and again. It means machines, tools, equipments, and rooms of the plants. Okay, it is the fixed assets. Another one, stock of semi-finished goods, stock of unsold goods, and stock of raw materials. Okay, so capital stock consists of stock of fixed assets. Fixed assets means machines, tools, equipments, and rooms of the plant. And basically related to the inventory investment, it is stock of semi-finished goods. Those type of goods are in the process of production. It is not fit one for sale. It is in the process of production. Okay, stock of unsold goods. Those goods have not sold by the producer. Then again, it is like undesired stock. Okay. Again, these goods actually stack up or accumulate by the producer. Next one, stock of raw materials. Okay. So capital stock consists of stock of fixed assets, stock of semi-finished goods, stock of unsold goods, and stock of raw materials. So basically, we know that investment increases the productive capacity of the producers. Those producers having more capital stock, then they can produce more quantity of goods and services. So each and every time the producers try to increase their capital stock, so that productive capacity increases. It means they produce more and more quantity of goods. So it means production mainly depend upon the capital stock. If more capital stock is there, then production would be more. If less capital stock is there, then production would be less. So each and every time the producers want to increase the capital stock to increase the production of goods and services. So capital stock determine the productive capacity. Okay, so those producers possess more capital stock, then they would be able to produce more quantity of goods and services. So two kinds of investment. One is fixed investment or fixed capital formation. Another one inventory investment or change in stock. So just you remember two components of investment. First one, fixed investment. Fixed investment means investment on fixed assets. It means expenditure incurred by the producers on fixed assets during an accounting year, or simply it refers to increase in the stock of fixed assets of the producers during an accounting year. Increase in the stock, uh, addition of fixed assets. Okay, it refers to addition of fixed assets um, of the producers during an accounting year, or expenditure of the producers on the purchase of fixed assets, okay, causes fixed investment. So in different ways you can clarify fixed investment or fixed capital formation. So it refers to addition of fixed assets or increase in the stock of fixed assets of the producers during an accounting year, or it means expenditure incurred by the producers on the fixed assets during an accounting year. It is fixed investment or fixed capital formation. One example it is given. uh, Definitely you can understand. It means what is fixed investment during the particular accounting year. At the beginning of the year 2019, a producer has stock of 5 machines, and at the end of 2019 he has a stock of 8 machines. Okay, beginning of the accounting year 2019, produce stock of 5 machines, and at the end of the same year he has stock of 8 machines. Then on how many machines actually the producer invested money? It means here the producer invested funds on 3 machines during the year 2019. So how much fund invested by the producer, it means on additional machines, it is the fixed investment or fixed capital formation. So clear. So simply it is fixed investment in fixed assets, change in fixed assets during an accounting year, increase in the stock of fixed assets of the producers during an accounting year. Okay, change in stock of fixed assets of the producers during an accounting year, or simply expenditure incurred by the producers on the purchase of fixed assets. It is fixed investment. So example you have clear. So during the same accounting year, how much fund invested by the producer on it means additional machines. Okay, so beginning of the year 2019, producer has stock of 5 machines, but at the end of the same year he has stock of 8 machines. It means on how many additional machines the producer has invested money? On additional 3 machines. So on additional 3 machines, how much fund invested? It is the fixed investment or fixed capital formation. So simply one formula is there: fixed investment or fixed capital formation. It is stock of the fixed assets with the producers at the end of the accounting year minus stock of the fixed assets with the producers at the beginning of the accounting year. Okay, so just you detect what is the stock at the beginning and what is the stock at the end. Just you subtract stock at the end minus stock at the beginning. Okay, it is the fixed investment or fixed capital formation. uh, so simply it is increase in the stock of fixed assets with the producers during additional machines. Okay, how many additional machines it means purchased by the producer during the accounting year. Okay, it is related to the fixed investment or fixed capital formation. It is increase in the stock of fixed assets with the producers during an accounting year. So fixed investment is also called fixed capital formation. Another thing you remember, in case of fixed investment or fixed capital formation, it is expenditure incurred on fixed assets like machine, tools, equipments, and expansion plant size during an accounting year. Next one, inventory investment. Second component of investment, it is inventory investment or change in stock. So simply it refers to the change in the stock of three things. It refers to the change in the stock of unsold goods, semi-finished goods. Semi-finished goods means goods which are in the process of production, and raw material lying with the producers during an accounting year. So it refers to change in the stock of three things: unsold goods. Okay, those goods have not sold by the producer, then it must be stack up or accumulate by the producer. Okay, it is undesirable stock. Suppose thousand, for example, thousand air conditioner uh, produced by the company, but during the same year, only 500 air conditioners actually sold. So another 500 conditioners actually unsold. So it is undesired stock. Okay, so it refers to the change in the stock of unsold goods, semi-finished goods. Those type of goods already in the production process. Those goods are not fit for sale. It is again must be processed to produce final goods or finished goods, and raw material, stock of raw material lying with the producers. So it refers to change in the stock of unsold goods, semi-finished goods, and raw material lying with the producers during an accounting year. So three type of stock you remember: stock of unsold goods, stock of semi-finished goods, and stock of raw material. Okay, change, you consider the change in the stock of unsold goods, change in the stock of semi-finished goods, change in the stock of raw material lying with the producers during an accounting year. So change means at the beginning of the year you see how much stock, then at the end of the year you see how much stock, then difference. Inventory investment or change in stock formula: it is inventory stock at the end of the accounting year, it is closing stock. Okay, stock at the end of the accounting year, it is closing stock, minus inventory stock at the beginning of the accounting year, it is opening stock. So formula is closing stock minus opening stock. Closing stock is, it is stock at the end of the accounting year. Opening stock means it is stock at the beginning of the accounting year. One example I have given: at the beginning of the year 2019, the producer has stock of 100 kg raw materials, it is opening stock. And at the end of the same year, the producer has stock of 150 kg raw materials, it is closing stock. So opening stock is 100 kg and closing stock is 150 kg. So change in stock of raw materials during the year 2019 is 50 kg. Actually on 50 kg raw materials during the year 2019, the producer invested funds. Okay, so only you detect the change in stock. It means addition in stock. Okay, it is addition of unsold goods, addition of semi-finished goods, addition of raw materials. Okay, with the existing stock. So here actually change in stock of raw material is 50 kg, because beginning stock was 100 kg and at the end of the year stock 150 kg. So change in stock is 50 kg. So actually on 50 kg during the year 2019, the producer invested funds on 50 kg. Okay, it is the inventory investment of the producer during the year 2019. Clear? So symbol of closing stock CS and opening stock is OS. Clear? Then I will discuss gross investment or gross capital formation. It refers to total addition made to the existing stock of capital during an accounting year. Total addition. It includes depreciation or consumption of fixed capital. Depreciation, you know, depreciation means funds invested on new assets replace outdated assets. So I will clarify in one example. You see, so gross investment is it refers to the total addition made to the existing stock of capital during an accounting year. It includes depreciation. So second point, you see, very important one: gross investment is the expenditure incurred on fixed assets or inventory stock. Both you consider, fixed and inventory. You know that two components of investment. It is fixed investment and inventory investment. In case of fixed investment, it is investment on fixed assets. In case of inventory investment, it means it is invested on. It means unsold goods, semi-finished goods, and raw materials. So gross investment is the expenditure in fixed assets or an inventory stock, including depreciation. Depreciation is expenditure on the purchase of new assets in place of worn out assets during an accounting year. So gross investment, it refers to total addition made to the existing stock of capital. Total addition means in this also depreciation included. Depreciation included. So gross investment simply alternative way. Gross investment is the expenditure incurred on fixed assets or on inventory stock, including depreciation. Expenditure on the purchase of new assets in place of worn out assets during an accounting year. For example, you see, you can understand better way. At the beginning of the year 2019, a producer had stock of 10 machines and 80 kg raw materials. Okay, at the beginning of the year 2019, a producer had stock of 10 machines and 80 kg raw materials. Out of the 10 machines, 2 machines were worn out or outdated one. Out of the 10 machines, 2 machines already obsolete one. Okay, 2 machines already out of order and it must be replaced by new one. So during the year 2019, his gross investment was rupees 25 lakh. Okay, gross investment rupees 25 lakh. Out of rupees 25 lakh, the producer invested rupees 2 lakh on 2 new machines. You know that already out of 10 machines, the producer has stock of how much? 10 machines. Out of 10 machines, 2 machines already worn out, already outdated, already obsolete. So it must be replaced. So out of rupees 25 lakh, he invested rupees 5 lakh on 2 new machines in place of 2 worn out machines. It is depreciation. Okay, but due to this investment, there is no change in stock. Stock remains same. Stock is, it is 10 machines, because initially the producer had stock of 10 machines, but out of 10 machines, 2 machines already worn out one, so it must be replaced. Okay, so in place of worn out machines, then the producer invested rupees 5 lakh on 2 new machines, but there is no change in stock of machines. Stock of machines remains same. Only 2 outdated machines replaced by 2 new machines. Stock remains same. So at the end of the year 2019, the producer had stock with 15 machines and 130 kg raw materials. So initially, it means in my example it is given, the producer had stock of 10 machines and 80 kg raw materials. Then out of 10 machines worn out one. So these 2 machines replaced by 2 new machines. So stock remains same 10 machines and 80 kg raw materials. Okay, so on new 2 machines, he invested rupees 5 lakh, and these 2 new machines actually replace worn out machines. Stock remains same, but due to this investment, there is no change in stock of machines. At the end of the year 2019, the producer had stock with 15 machines and 130 kg raw materials. So rupees 20 lakh invested on additional 5 machines. Okay, and additional 50 kg raw materials. So at the end, you see how many machines? 15 machines. Initially 10 machines. 2 old machines replaced by new one. 2 outdated machines replaced by new one. So initially stock remains same. So it means at the end, that it means producer had stock with 15 machines and 130 kg raw materials. So it means additional 5 machines purchased, okay, by the producer, and additional 50 kg raw materials purchased by the producer. So rupees 20 lakh invested on additional 5 machines and additional 50 kg raw materials, because another 5 lakh, it is related to the depreciation. Another invested on 2 new machines replace 2 worn out machines. Okay, so it is given, so rupees 20 lakh is the actual investment excluding depreciation. So in this case, actually 5 lakh actually total in the gross investment is 25 lakh, but out of rupees 25 lakh, rupees 5 lakh invested on new machines in place of 2 worn out machines. So it is the depreciation. Stock remains same 10, otherwise capital stock must be reduced, no? Ultimately, actually actual investment is rupees 20 lakh. Okay, so due to actual investment, actually 5 new machines purchased and 50 kg raw materials purchased. Okay, but actually 5 lakh actually invested on new machines, replaced outdated machines. Okay, it is the depreciation. Depreciation means actually new assets, it means replace worn out assets. So gross investment, it is expenditure on the purchase of fixed assets in depreciation plus expenditure on the inventory stock. Inventory stock, raw materials, unsold goods and semi-finished goods during the accounting year. Clear? Then net investment. Net investment is net investment or net capital formation. Net investment is actual addition to the capital stock during an accounting year. It means depreciation must be subtracted from gross investment. Okay, when depreciation subtracted from gross investment, then it is net investment. And net investment is actual addition to the capital stock during an accounting year. So by subtracting depreciation from gross investment, we get net investment. So in the above example, rupees 20 lakh is net investment after rupees 5 lakh subtracted from gross investment of rupees 25 lakh. One example already I had discussed. The gross investment was rupees 25 lakh, and out of rupees 25 lakh, 5 lakh invested on new two machines replaced to worn out machines. It is the depreciation. Okay, so in this case, actually, due to it means depreciation expenditure, there is no change in stock. Okay, so in this example, actual investment is rupees 20 lakh. Okay, in the above example, you see, it means rupees 20 lakh invested on 5 new machines and 50 kg additional raw materials. So it means net investment is gross investment minus depreciation, and it is actual addition to the capital stock. But in case of gross investment, it is total addition to the capital stock. But net investment case, actual addition to the capital stock. Net investment, you see, it enhances the productive capacity, because we know that due to it means increase in capital stock, productive capacity increases. It means the producers produce more quantity of goods and services. So it enhances the productive capacity and the level of output. It is a sign of growth and development. Also due to it means net capital formation, due to it means net investment, it means employment opportunities generated in the economy, because due to this producers increase the production level. At that time they recruit more number of workers. So due to this, employment opportunities increases. Another one, net capital formation increases productivity of labor. Okay, as it increases availability of capital per unit of labor. Okay, it accelerates the pace of economic growth. So net capital formation, but net investment increases the productivity of labor, because net investment is actual addition to the capital stock. Actual addition to the capital stock. So when the capital stock increases, then definitely availability of capital per unit of labor also increases. So it accelerates the pace of economic growth. Due to this, production level increases. Okay, it accelerates the pace of economic growth. Just to remember, gross investment or gross capital formation is equal to net investment plus depreciation, but net capital formation plus depreciation. Okay, so net investment or net capital formation, it is gross investment or gross capital formation minus depreciation. So just to remember, gross to net, depreciation subtracted. Okay, gross investment to net investment, depreciation subtracted. Net to gross, depreciation added. Okay, clear? This was a question. Thank you.